What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video. Every like and comment really helps. Today, we're going to be talking about Andrew Tate. We've been covering the whole story as long as it's been going on since he got arrested. We have some big new updates today on the whole situation and some really sketchy headlines. So there's a bunch of different stuff we got to dive into. First of all, we got to talk about what came out 3 days ago is that Andrew Tate threatened legal action against his accuser. Controversial influencer Andrew Tate has threatened legal action against at least one of the women making and human trafficking claims against him. Lawyers for the women in the US say a cease and desist letter was sent by a US law firm in December on behalf of Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. The letter threatened to sue the woman and her parents for $300 million if she did not retract her statement. A lawyer for the Tates said they are pursuing valid claims for defamation. The BBC has seen a redacted copy of the letter apparently sent on behalf of the brothers. In April 2022, it reads, "You falsely stated to a third party that our client human trafficked you, abused you, and held you against your will. You have repeated false and defamatory statements to the police, the media, and another United States citizen about the Tate brothers." Benjamin Ball, who works for the National Center of Sexual Exploitation, says his client is a key witness in the Romanian investigation and that the letter was designed to do one thing and one thing only. It was intended to shut down the witness, stop the witness from bringing testimony forward in any proceedings. They want these young ladies to climb into a hole and hide, never come forward or describe what they saw and what happened to them. It's clearly an effort to intimidate. So that came out about 3 days ago. I had no idea they threatened to sue for legal damages or defamation. There are two sides to this. Is it intimidation? Are they trying to silence these girls? Or were they wrongfully accused and seeking damages? We won't know until this case is closed, but comment below, what do you think? Now, next up, I couldn't make an update to this story without mentioning this because I found this fucking hilarious. Vice put out an article and the headline read this. According to chat logs obtained by Vice World News, a close associate of Andrew Tate put a bounty on the head of KSI after he supported Tate's ban from social media platforms. Now, any sane human being reads that and thinks, wow, a close associate of Andrew Tate has put a legitimate hit out on KSI? What the actual fuck is going on? Well, everyone was going around running with that tweet saying Andrew Tate put a hit out on KSI. No. If you click on the article and you read the first paragraph, a close associate of Andrew Tate put a bounty on the head of influencer KSI, offering a prize to the Tate follower who made the most popular video about how the streamer and boxer needs to be condemned and cancelled, according to chat logs and other evidence obtained by Vice News. Completely fucking different. The way they worded that made it really seem like someone was out to kill KSI. I mean, you just look at the Discord chat logs. This is what the guy says. At students going to make a KSI cancelled bounty as well. Whoever gets the most views on a video showing that KSI needs to be condemned and cancelled, the world needs to know KSI is a hypocrite who has done horrible things and that he should be cancelled himself. You have 48 hours for this one. Be careful not to make it bannable since KSI says some horrible things. Best video wins. I mean, is it sad as shit putting a cancel bounty? Yeah. But it's completely different to a hit. That tweet there by Vice was a disgrace. And now moving on to the big update of the day. This happened today. Romanian court rules to hold Andrew Tate for 30 more days. He was supposed to get released on the 27th of February. Not anymore. A court in Romania's capital agreed Tuesday to extend social media influencer Andrew Tate's detention on suspicion of organised crime and human trafficking by another 30 days. Tate, a British US citizen known for misogynistic views who has 5.1 million Twitter followers, was arrested December 29th when authorities descended on his property north of Bucharest. Ramona Boller, a spokesperson for Romania's anti-organised crime agency, told the Associated Press that the Bucharest tribunal approved prosecutors' request to hold the Tates for another 30 days, while the two women will be put under house arrest. It was the third 30-day extension granted since the Tates were arrested. The brothers also lost an appeal on February the 1st of a judge's January 20th decision to keep them behind bars while investigation continued. A document explaining that earlier decision said the judge took into account the particular dangerousness of the defendants and their capacity to identify victims with an increased vulnerability in search of better life opportunities. One of the lawyers representing the Tate brothers told journalists before Tuesday's ruling that the defense team would challenge another extension if one were issued. He insisted that the defense had effectively paralyzed the evidence in the case so far and that there was not enough to keep the Tates in custody. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan again extended for another 30 days. Before the decision, Andrew Tate seemed pretty happy with what was happening with his legal team. He tweeted out, "My legal team has done a fantastic job today. As of today, the judges have been given a very close understanding of the truth behind the allegations against me. True colors were brought to light. Inshallah, I will be freed." A few hours later afterwards, he tweeted out, "I will meditate deeply over this decision." So it seems Andrew Tate again is staying in prison, which, you know, he seems to not be loving. We've seen the old letters he sent to his fans saying things like, "They are trying to break me, thrown inside a cell without light. Cockroaches, lice, and bed bugs are my only friends at night. When the guards bring me to and from courtroom, I stay absolutely respectful. They try to pour hatred into my heart." And recently, Andrew Tate gave another update to some of his fans via email. This article says, while his fans do not have the privilege to interact with Andrew, Tate still kept them updated about his condition. He constantly writes letters from prison and expresses his feelings. In one such letter, Tate recently spoke about witnessing brawls inside the prison. While it is unclear if Tate himself had a fight or not, his letter provided insight into why there are so many fights in the prison. Apparently, the inmates are fighting over beverages and name pronunciations. As per Tate, inmates are not angry because of imprisonment. Instead, they are choosing anger as an outlet to entertain. Here is a quote. "Men argue in blistering anger over the pronunciation of a name. Men crying for hours, then laughing in hysteria. It is an animal house. I am grateful. It is the perfect testing ground for my Zen." I mean, that's one way of looking at it, I guess. Finally, we have new statement from Andrew Tate's lawyers after the court appearance. One of the lawyers of the two Britons said that he expects a favourable solution from the magistrates, i.e. the release of the Tate brothers. Well, we now know that's not happened. "If the solution is unfavourable, we will certainly challenge it. If until now we analyse and reanalyse the evidence administered in the case until this moment, today we insisted on the fact that the grounds that were had when taking the measures of preventative arrest disappeared, cease. Through the efficiency of the defense, we say that we have effectively paralyzed the evidence administered until now in the case, so that the grounds have ceased and the new grounds are not likely to lead to an extension of the measure of preventive detention. We have a lot of confidence in today's solution because in essence, the prosecutor's office failed to bring new elements from the perspective of the initial accusations formulated. Nothing new was brought to light from the perspective of the evolution of the investigation. A very good matter for the defense. Decott came up with a circumstantial issue, their attitude in the state of arrest, which seems to me to be an absolutely unjustified, unproven issue that cannot support a preventive arrest measure in the future. The defense attorney for the two millionaires also said that no prosecution was extended against Andrew or Tristan Tate for any other act. After 2 months of preventive detention, it is unnatural to be with the file in exactly the same phase as you were 2 months ago when the measures of preventive detention was taken. So essentially what Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate's lawyer is saying there is nothing new has come out. They are allegedly at the same spot that they were when they initially arrested them 2 months ago, yet they are still keeping them locked up. There's so much still to unpack. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Is he guilty? Is he not guilty? Like the video if you enjoy the updates. If you want more updates in the future when more comes out, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching, and until next time, fuck off.